What a beautiful day. Oh, look at it. I've got my sunglasses on because I can't see what I'm doing if I take them off. And I don't know if you lot want to watch me squinting. Today's video is regarding these things. These are custom fit guards. They are custom molded earplugs. As some of you will know, I've used my custom fit guards for years. I absolutely love them and I recommend them to anyone that is interested or talking about getting earplugs. I know a lot of people don't use earplugs at all. I'm a bit of an advocate for wearing them. I know of, and I've read stories about people that have not used earplugs for years. They either get the tinnitus, the ringing in their ears, or their hearing just generally fades over time. I know that can happen anyway. I know people can get that regardless of whether they ride a bike or not. I'm a firm believer in the fact that if you expose yourself to something long enough, whether you're going to get it or not, there's a high chance you're going to develop it. Same thing with liver problems if you drink a lot, same thing with lung problems if you smoke a lot. I just feel like if I'm going to be riding my bike as much as I do, I want to give myself the best chance of not being deaf when I'm older, basically. So that's the reason I do it. Obviously there's loads of different statistics out there, but the idea that anything over 85 decibels for any prolonged period of time, anything more than a couple of minutes, can permanently damage your hearing. Anyway, long story short, you lot better subscribe if you haven't already, because I actually spent money to do this. What I've done is I've bought 4 different styles of earplug. Obviously I've got my custom fit guards, which you will all know very well. Looks slightly earwaxy in the sun. I've got a discount code for these as well, by the way, so link in the description if you are thinking about getting some. Howard Light foamy plugs, wax, mouldy earplug things. And then I have bought some of these. These are the Auritech Christmas tree type earplugs. So those are the 4 I've got. In this video I'm going to go through the ease of use, the price, how well they fit, the convenience, how well they deaden the noise, and like if you can still hear what you need to, comfort, and also cleanliness as well. Oh my god, it's so bright again. We'll start with the cheapest ones first, which are these. These are the Howard Light foam earplugs. These are very generic. You can get so many different types of these. That's a very illegal bike. These ones are dirt cheap. I think I bought like a 200 pack or something, like a box of 200 of them for about 40 quid or something like that. They are just squishy, one-use earplugs. They only deaden the sound. They don't filter any noise. They don't do anything like that. If you put your fingers in your ears like that now, that's kind of what it sounds like. I used these for maybe a year and a half before I went for my custom fit guards. The things I found annoying about them is I could never get a good seal, like a consistent seal. The one time you do get a good seal, you put your helmet on, it pulls one of them out. If you're conscious of the environment, you get a lot of plastic that comes with them. I used to use them for a couple of days in the row. Now to get these in, I'd always roll them like that in my fingers, do that just to give them a little bit of lubrication to put in your ear. Now I don't advise doing that. I still do it with my custom fit guards. There's a high chance that bacteria can give you infections and all sorts of stuff. I never had a problem over a year and a half. I used to use them until they tasted tangy. That's how disgusting I was. When you're commuting daily, you just can't be bothered to get another new fresh pair every single day. Those are the main pros and cons with these ones. Next cheapest, we've got these, which are wax. Now these are just a wax ball, and then you just pull it apart and then you just squish them in your ears. I think a pack of 6 like that were about £6 or £7 on Amazon. It wasn't expensive. The issue with these, and it's stuck in my head, because it's wax, they are reusable. The wax heats up with your body, and you've obviously got earwax. So when you put that in your ear, it bonds to the wax in your ear. You probably just slowly get a slightly bigger ball of wax to put in your ear every day, which is slightly grim. Again, with the seal on these, they're not incredibly good to get in. They're sort of just a squish in, hope for the best. No form of filtering, it's just dead out as much noise as possible. The other thing I don't like about the wax earplugs is because there's no breathability in it. As soon as you put it in your ear, you're sort of compressing the air that's already in your ear canal. In the test that I did before I started filming this video, I found that really uncomfortable, like it really pushed against my ear. So the third option, which are these, are the Christmas tree type. There's loads of different versions of these. Some of them come with a filter, some of them don't. These ones have got a filter. They're around 15-20 pounds. Some of them are a little bit more, some of them are a little bit less. You literally just push them in and they should create a seal. Obviously they are reusable, they are relatively easy to clean. It's kind of just a case of run them under warm water and sort of, I still found it quite difficult to get the same seal in both ear, and also when I put my helmet on they dislodged a few times, which was annoying, but nowhere near as bad as the foam plugs. The thing that bugs me is how expensive they were for what they are. These ones aren't too bad because they've obviously got a filter in them, so there's actually more to it. All you're getting is a tiny bit of sort of rubbery plastic. That's it. They're obviously a universal fit. They're not designed for any one sort of style of ear or whatever. But I don't know whether a lot of the money that you're spending goes into the packaging and the little case thing you get and stuff like that. I mean, these were $19.95. I know they're reusable when the others aren't, but I kind of just, I don't know. Now, the custom fit guards, which are these. These are custom made earplugs to your ear, so these will only ever fit my ear. You get like an ear impression, which are either done at your local sort of audiologist, so hearing specialists or whatever. All of the shows, so like the MCN shows and things like that. They also do home visits. They have like this month I think they're up in Scotland. They will visit your home to do the impressions. The other option is they're based in Leamington Spa, so you can nip into their lab and get the impressions taken there. So you can get a choice of colours, you can get a choice of all sorts basically. There's a load of different options, and about 2 to 3 weeks later, depending how busy they are, these get pushed through your door. They are obviously fully reusable. They're obviously a very clean solution to it. These ones that I have, these are called the CF Auto, and they have this filter in here. You have that on the outside, which sits very flush with your ear. These are all rubber, although like a hardened rubber or whatever it is. I don't actually know what they're made of. And then the inner bit of your ear is quite a flexible, sort of squishy, kind of rubbery feeling stuff. It's very comfortable when you've got it in there. I don't know whether you're going to be able to see this, but there is a hole which runs through the length of the earplug. Those filters allow the high-pitched noises through, but they take out all the drones. If you get car horns or anything like that, you can hear all of that, but you don't hear the wind buffeting, or you don't hear like the drone of an exhaust or something like that. These start at £79 without the filter. That's just a standard sort of custom made earplug. They go up to £200-250 depending what you want on it. In-ear monitors, speakers that go into them, and like all sorts of stuff. They do specific ones for sleeping at night, they do specific ones for shooting and other motorsport as well. Being custom made, you can't get anything that's more comfortable. Yes, I know they're expensive. I think mine were about 98 quid or something like that, but I got a 10% discount from a show. If you want that 10% discount, I'll leave a link here somewhere. They are very convenient. You get the same seal every single time. So if, like me, you ride your bike all the time, it's just so easy. Get like that, and then you literally just put in and turn. Job done. And then they also sit very flush to my ear, so there's no like if you've got a tight helmet, which you're meant to, there's no pressure on my ear whatsoever, because they're already, like, I literally can just push on them and it doesn't hurt. Anyway, I'll stop blabbing on about them now. Before we go and do a test ride and I tell you what I think of them, if you're gonna buy any earplugs at all, straight away I'd say go for these. These are the Christmas tree type ones. They're 20 quid. You kind of can't really go wrong. If you use your bike all the time, you're touring a lot, you've got a wife that snores even though she doesn't admit that she snores, go and get yourself some custom fit guards. They are like, they're genuinely so good. The other thing that's great about the custom fit guards is they keep your impressions on file for 5 years. If, for example, you lose one or somehow break it, I don't know how you'd break it, but you might do if you're a complete oaf, they have their impressions on file, so you can literally just order, no need to go and get your new impressions taken. My dad also has a set of custom fit guards, which is the reason I bought them in the first place. He was chatting to the custom fit guards guys at one of the MCN shows that we were at last year, and he had stopped wearing his earplugs because he used to ride daily and then stopped because he retired. So when he stopped, his ears must have changed shape, or they just, I don't know exactly what it is, but he just said that they started becoming uncomfortable when he was wearing them. He spoke to the custom fit guards guys, they took a new impression and just made him a brand new set. No questions asked, no money exchanged. Do you need anything more? Like, I think that's fantastic service. There's a guy called Tim Roddy who, I don't know whether Roddy or Roddy, sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong, who subscribes to my channel. I subscribe to his, and we've been chatting over Instagram. He's recently picked up his Super Adventure, and he's just messaged me on Instagram going, I tried rally throttle response for the first time yesterday and nearly launched it into the back of a van doing some very accidental whiskey throttle wheelie. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Tim. I'm going to work my way up in expensiveness, and I'll tell you exactly what I think of them. Obviously, I'm going to be slightly biased towards custom fit guards because I've bought all of them with my money, but I've been using those for years, so I'm very accustomed to them, and I think they're a great product. Brand new, fresh set. Oh, God, that's gone really deep. Cheeky. So I've managed to get them in without dislodging them, which is very good. I feel very unaware of my surroundings, if that makes sense. Let's put my sun of the glasses on. Yeah, my bike sounds really quiet. I mean, I'm sorry if I'm shouting, I just feel like I can't hear anything. Obviously using these is going to be a hell of a lot better than not using these. To be fair, the seal I've managed to get is actually okay. The left one's a little bit more sealed than the right one, but it's fine. I can't hear my exhaust very well. And I know I can hear myself shout. Well, I can't hear myself, but I can feel myself shouting. Can't hear my pops from the exhaust though. I feel quite unbalanced. I don't really feel like I'm aware of what is going on around me. I feel like I'm shouting. I do feel like I'm protected though. I do feel completely like I don't hear any wind noise or anything. There's no real droning. The only time I'd probably contemplate using these is if I was on like a really long trip. Yeah, that's all dangly. That's annoying. I'm hoping you can still hear me. I've got dangly wire. I'd use them on a long trip because it's very quiet, but at the same time I'm very unaware of my surroundings, as I said. I can hear the horn, but it's very muffled, if that makes sense. Yeah, they're fine for a couple of quid each, but I wouldn't use them, I don't think. Let's pull over here. These are my new gold top gloves. Absolutely love them. They are so nice. They look a bit odd with this jacket though, don't they? So one thing that's worth noting, I don't know if you can hear me, that dislodged when I took my helmet off. Next one's wax. So my first observation with these wax ones, I can hear even less. My left ear hurts and my right ear isn't sealed, and every time I open my mouth they dislodge. Obviously that will go away once I'm once they're warm and full of my wax. I can't stand these. My right ear feels like it hasn't got an earplug in at all. Instantly got a bit of an earache on my left ear. I don't know whether that's because of the back pressure or whether it's because I'm putting earplugs in and out of my ears all day, but I'm gonna have to pull over because that is actually really hurting. I'm sorry, but I don't want to test those anymore. They are hurting. My left ear is hurting. My right ear doesn't feel like I've got an earplug in. It's sort of, I can feel it there, but it just feels like I haven't got anything in there. Ow. Oh, okay. I've done it now and it just feels like I've got blocked ear. Sorry everyone, I am not testing that any longer. I do not like those earplugs at all. That came dislodged when I pulled my helmet off. I've no idea where that part's gone. Not a fan. Not a fan. Next to test, these. get really bored of taking my helmet on and off. So these are the Christmas tree ones. They feel okay. They don't feel like I've got them in, if that makes sense, but in like a good way. I'm going to give these a little bit longer because I didn't get a lot of time with them earlier. They are very comfortable. I can feel like they're deadening some sound. They are definitely louder than my custom fit guards by quite a way. This is almost as loud as not having earplugs in, but I'm not getting wind buffeting. So I suppose if that's what you're into, that's kind of good. Yeah, there's no wind noise, and I can really hear my bike. Like, I can't hear my voice over my bike. Maybe this is why everyone keeps looking at me when I'm going down the road, because they can. This is how loud my bike normally is. My ear still aches, but I think that might be from the wax one a minute ago. They do feel like they're sort of stabbing my ear a bit, if that makes sense. Maybe that's something I'll get used to, or whether it's something that will obviously go when the rubber softens. Let's try the horn. Yeah, I can hear that easily. That's really loud. These are quite nice. I mean, if you don't want to deaden anything, these are probably the best choice. Because I can really hear my exhaust. I feel like this has been quite a long video, so sorry if it has. Someone told me on my last video that I need to stop going on and on and on. I'm like, alright mate, don't watch my free content if you don't want to. And I mean, the bigger thing is I feel normal on the bike. I don't feel uncomfortable or unbalanced. They seem to have sealed basically the same, if that makes sense. My bike sounds so good. Synopsis on these ones, they feel fine, they're okay, they're still quite loud. So I don't know how much protection they're going to give me, but I can't hear any buffeting. But I do feel like I'm shouting. They're not as comfortable as my custom fit guards, but that's because obviously they're a full universal fitment. For 20 quid, they're not a bad option. You'd be better off having those for 20 quid than nothing. They also didn't dislodge when I took my helmet off, which was nice. So straight away, the custom fit guards, they're so comfortable, and obviously they will be because they're custom to your ears. The seal is obviously, as you'd expect, the seal's instantaneous. They feel solid in my ears, they don't feel like they're going anywhere. I can move my jaw around without, I mean, you won't be able to see, but I can move my jaw around and they literally just stay in place. There's no worries about them coming off, or coming out, should I say. Oh, someone's having an Indian. That smells good. So they're definitely louder than the wax ones, and they're definitely louder than the foamies. They're nowhere near as loud as the Christmas tree ones, because that, like I said before, that kind of just feels like you've got nothing in, kind of thing. The thing that I like most about these for convenience is they just slip into your ear. There's no faffing around trying to get the best seal and like make sure they're both sealed. I don't know if you saw that. I mean, you'll obviously get used to it, but I don't know if you saw when I put all the other three in, I was twatting around trying to get a seal or get like the right seal on both ones, whereas these I just put in, they're done. It feels like I've got nothing in my ear in form of comfort. Oh, this is a great little bit of road. Yeah, I can still hear the horn completely fine. Like, that's as loud as it was with the other one. They are expensive, I'm not denying that, but once you have got them, you won't go back. there's another guy I speak to, Mark from Leeds, who you will probably see in T-Bot1's videos. He has got some in-ear monitors which are basically like these, but with the speakers sort of built in, and he plugs it into his Pack Talk. And he plugs it into his Pack Talk, so there's no issue with the speakers not being loud enough and stuff, which is a great idea. They're about 200 or 300 quid. I think custom fit guards will do those as well, which are about 200, so they're slightly cheaper. That's it. That's my sort of opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, do you wear earplugs, and if you do, what do you wear? I think they're definitely worth the money. Have a look on the Custom Fit Guards website. They do loads of different versions that are well worth a look, if nothing else. If you do buy them, use my code, I think it's SAMV10, for 10% off. And let me know if you've got some and you've had a good or bad experience of any of them. Having a custom made earplug isn't right for everyone. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in next week's video. I'm going to go and do my usual thing of riding like a tit. Oh, that popping!